Examination card 14. Read the text and answer the questions. My interest in Chinese food started many years ago. When I had my first job, I was a young reporter from the Daily Journal in San Francisco. Our office wasn't far from Chinatown. I usually managed to arrange my schedule so that I could go there at least 2 or 3 times a week for a good meal. The first time I ever ate Chinese food, I loved it, and since then it just tastes better and better to me. The first thing I noticed was the fresh taste of the meat and the vegetables. When I learned more about the food, I began to understand why it has this unique feature. About 5,000 years ago, China lost much of its food because of overpopulation and poor management of its forests. This loss was very bad for the country, of course, but it turned out to be very good for the food. Wood became very expensive and hard to get, so the Chinese had to either find substitute for their valuable wood or learn how to use it better. There weren't any substitutes available, so people found ways to economize. In order to economize in cooking, they had to use very little wood. So they started cutting their meat and vegetables into small pieces before they put them in the hot oil. That way the food cooked faster and they saved their food. The food prepared in this manner kept its fresh flavor. And it's this flavor that attracts people to the art of Chinese cooking. What was the first thing the author noticed about Chinese food? The first thing the author noticed was the fresh taste of the meat and vegetables. Why did China lose much of its food? China lost much of its food because of overpopulation and poor management of its forests. The word hard is synonyms to difficult. How did they try to economize in cooking? There weren't any substitute available, so people found ways to economize. In order to economize in cooking, they had to use very little wood. Write the words in the right tense form. Chess is one of the oldest board games. The origins of chess are uncertain, although there are a number of legends regarding its invention. In fact, chess originated in India in the 6th or 7th century AD. The game's popularity quickly spread through Persia and from there came to Europe. The rules and pieces used in the game have undergone changes over the centuries. Modern chess owes much to the Spaniard Ruy López de Segura, who in 1561 wrote the first book on how to play the game. In it, he introduced the concept of castling, which had not been part of the game until then. Translate the sentences from Armenian into English. Ես վստահ եմ, մենք կարելագործենք մեր անգլերենը ֆիլմեր դիտելով. I'm sure we will be able to improve our English watching films. Բոբը դուրս եկավ փողոց առանց անձրևանոց վերցնելու. Bob went out to the street without taking an umbrella. Երբ իմ հյուրերը ներս մտան, Մերին ինձ մենակ թողեց նրանց հետ. When my guests entered, Mary leave me alone with them. Երեխաներին չի թույլատրվում զբոսանքի գնալ առանց ծնողների. Children aren't allowed to go for a walk without parents. Տեղեկացրեք նրանց, որ մենք չենք կարող այս աշխատանքը ժամանակին ավարտվել. Inform them that we can't finish this work in time. Write questions or answer to the given dialogue 14. Hi Jane, listen, I'm going to have a party this Saturday. Would you like to come to the party? Hi Mega, I'd love to come. Thank you for inviting me. Will Peter and Mark come? Yes, Peter and Mark will come too. Is there anything that I can help you? If you could find time to help, that would be great. I'll bake a cake. I think you'll like it. Sure, I like it. My Italian cousins are going to be there. I'm sure they'll love it. Italians? Maybe I make an Italian pizza. No, they'll love it.